classifying real numbers as either rational or irrational. So an irrational number cannot be written as the ratio of two integers. So basically, an irrational number cannot be written as a fraction, whereas a rational number can be written as the ratio A over B. So some examples of rational numbers are fractions, repeating decimals, integers, whole numbers, and terminating decimals. So basically, any number you can know the exact value of would be a rational number. Irrational numbers would be anything containing the value pi, which of course all of us know is an approximation, and therefore you will never know the exact value of pi. We know it's 3.14159 ... but it doesn't have an exact value. Other numbers that are irrational are non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. So just like pi, which is a non-repeating, non-terminating decimal, if I don't see a pattern, I don't know what comes next. Therefore, this number would be considered a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Two other examples of irrational numbers would be a number we do not know or cannot find the square root of. For example, the square root of 20. Okay, there is no number times itself that gives you exactly 20. So therefore, we would have to estimate that number. Therefore, it is irrational. So if you try to take the square root of a number and you do not get a terminating decimal or a whole number, therefore it is irrational. And the last one I'm going to go over here is also cubed roots that you cannot take. So for example, cubed root of 25. There is no number that times itself 3 times equals 25. Therefore, that is an irrational number. All right, let's go over this in a bit more detail. Bring that up for a second. Okay, so let's give you some examples. Okay. I can also write this way. Because this is a repeating decimal, this is a rational number. Okay. Right. Square root of 64. If you take the square root of 64 on your calculator, or you know that the square root of 64 is 8, 8 is a whole number. Therefore, this is a rational number. The cubed root of 27. 27 is 3 times 5 times 3. Okay, so therefore the cubed root of 27 is 3. So therefore it is a rational number. So some of these, if you're not sure of the cubed or the square root, you can put it in your calculator. And if you get a whole number, or let's say if you get something like okay, so if you put this in your calculator, you're going to get, because 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25. So if you put this in your calculator, you're going to get 1.5, which is rational because it's a terminating decimal. Okay? Let's go over a couple of examples of irrational numbers. So irrational numbers are anything containing pi, any non-repeating, non-terminating decimal, anything that cannot be written as a fraction. So let's give you some examples. Okay, if you put square root of 6 in your calculator, or If you think about it, there is no number that times itself equals 6. Therefore, it is an irrational number. Okay, is there any number times itself 3 times that equals 10? None that I know of. So therefore, it's an irrational number. Okay, anything with pi in it, any decimal that you see that is like going on and there's no pattern to it that you can see, it's not 5656565656. Therefore, this would be an irrational number. Okay? Let's give you a few to think about now. Okay? You think about this one, and this one. Okay? Think about these for a minute. All right, let's start here. Is there a number that you can multiply by itself 3 times and get 8? Okay. Like I said, you can double check with your calculator as you do your assignment today, but if I do 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, therefore the cubed root of 8 is 2, therefore that is a rational number. Let's look at this one. Can I write it as a fraction? Well, it is kind of a fraction. It's 3.5, so therefore it's a terminating decimal. But if you can do this, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay, that is a fraction or a ratio. Therefore, it is a rational number. Let's look at this one. Is there a number times itself that equals 50? Some people might say 25 times 25. No, that would be too high. I don't think there's any number that equals 50. No, there's not, because 6 times 6 is 36, and 7 times 7 is 49, and 8 times 8 is 64, so therefore it's a number between 7 and 8, but there's no exact value. So I'll say it's a number between 7 and 8, approximating, but because I am estimating, it is an irrational number. Okay? So that is just a brief description of classifying real numbers as rational or irrational. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.